Welcome to Traffic Jam. My name is Leroy, and I'm gonna get right to it. Yeah, WWE is on life support right now, and I'm gonna explain the symptoms that they have and what they can do to fix it. Now, WWE is surviving. It's just that if they don't fix the symptoms that they have, then the disease will get worse and worse and worse. And I will do my breakdown and how they can fix it. Now, I'm just going to start with TKO in the WWE and the power struggle in that company. TKO, and I'm going to say this, is like a mafia. They operate business than everybody else. And I'm always talking about The Rock, Nick Khan, and Ari Emanuel is making all these decisions and who gets on the show or not. And then you have the wrestling, which is the gorilla position, is Triple H, the game, that damn good, the cerebral assassin, Bruce Pritchard, and Michael Hayes, and the rest of them, the crew, is doing things, which is the creative side of things. And those two do not mess with another because they don't know what decide what they want to be as a company. You would think it is a sports entertainment. I think they struggle with that because there's the wrestling side of things and there's the corporation side of things. And then I always say this: Vince McMahon used to be one guy in the room. Now they have multiple voices in the room, and it's just a class for you know what, man. And what they need to do to fix this is, since TKO is the head honcho, and I know people may not like this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. They need to hire more celebrities, actors, actresses, athletes to be on this show, man. If that's what they want, and I'm just saying, ratings, revenue, and relevancy is what they want for this company. And I know it may drive the wrestlers that's out of the business or like out of the company. Um, that's what they're going for, man, and that's what they need to do. And I will talk about Triple H in the last moment, but he will tie this all of this one together. Okay, so that's what they need to do. The second observation, and I'd say the second symptom is they have lack of gimmicks in the WWE. And I'm gonna talk about the women's division, and I'm gonna talk about Julia. If everybody knows the U.S. champion, they have not done anything to tell who she is and where she's from, why we care, why she care. Um, it's pretty telling me this woman is got all the talent, and she is talented. It's nothing to take away from. And I'm always gonna say about the wrestlers, I don't care what you do in the ring. I know what you can do in the ring. That's never been my issue with the wrestlers. My issue is always the character, the storytelling, why we care, why we should care. That is it, man. What you do in the ring, man, hey, do your thing, man. But it has to tie to what you're doing on the ring. And that's what they lack it at, because they focus on the exhibition matches instead of the storytelling and why we care, why we should care, and why these correlate one to another. And they need to fix that. And what they need to do is go back from what's their personality and understanding the person and why they mess with one another. And that's what they need to do and get back from point A to point B. And the third one, and I'm talking about the third symptom that they have, is a fan disconnect. There's a war between the marks and the real marks that's in the community is fighting one another right now, because the marks are winning the war right now in the crowd and in the social media world. Is we're so, and I always say we're so thicker and thin, and what we see in wrestling is what they want them to perform as and what they perceive, because they feel like they can book a show and all that. And I'm always saying is booking shows in 2026 is extremely hard than it's ever been before. And it can be done if you just go back to the basics, but I'm speaking to the fans, and that's us fans. There is opinionated as it is. Now, I just see it from a standpoint of, hey, we see this person A and we see this person B. Because I'm just going to say is heels and baby faces has been all over the place right now. And people are getting treated as a heel and then getting booed as a baby face. And that's what I'm seeing from Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, that's getting booed. And then you see Randy Orton, the Viper, getting cheered as a heel, man. How does that happen, man? And they need to go back to the basics and fix that if they're going to move forward with this company. Now, the last one, and I will tie this with Triple H, is they need to build new stars right now. Now, Oba Famby in Trick Williams, and I will put Javon Evans in this situation, are the future of the WWE. And my main concern about this is what they're gonna do while they're there and how and what opponents they're gonna face. Because you got to give them strong opponents, to make it interesting and give them a connection one another. Now, I do understand that Oba Family is the guy. Now, everybody's saying that hey, we gotta push him to the moon. Now, if I was WWE and I have this momentum, I believe Oba Family is the future. Now, the one thing I'm going to be concerned about this is Triple H's in the realm of things, man. And you can't put him out there just to have a match. You got to give him a story. So the story with Brock Lesnar is a start, man. And that's my concern. And with Trick Williams, him in that situation, um, he has an aura of himself, right? It is. But I'm always gonna say this, man. At the end of the day, Triple H is gonna be the only guy. Now TKO is gonna be part of it as well. But that's what I'm saying. Both of those companies with both of those parties are struggling with that. I just feel concerned about those two guys, what they're going to do after that during this time in WWE. And they need to push them and get some new stars from NXT to correlate with those guys and the people, or the rest of them in the women's division. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I wish I could do something like this, but it's a lot to digest. I'm just focusing on the main points. I just feel that WWE is on life support right now because they're on the verge of imploding at any moment, and they gotta do something to make something happen. But you got these other companies like TNA, banning wrestlers from working from other companies, which is bogus to me. It's pretty telling me that WWE is going and allowing this and having all the control. And I'm talking about TKO is having all the control of everything that they do is driving people away from this company. And AEW is on the verge, JCW is on the verge, and the Indies promotion are getting together to take down the establishment, man. And they should do it, man, because WWE and TKO cannot get their act together. So those are my surgical procedures that they could do. I wish they could take this and get their act together, man. WWE TKO, get your act together and figure things out. Thank y'all for tuning in. You have a good one. You have a good weekend.